Here we go again. Again.
Same old shit, dog. Just a different day.
Just a different day. Different day. Different day. Tag Molly.
What you doing? Where you at? Who you with? You are now tuned into the Heavy is the Crowd podcast. I'm your host, D.L. Malone. The artist, Most Blind. The brand, that's DelTha510. It's also the Cash App if you want to throw your boy a buck. That's DelTha 510. Let's go. I first want to start by saying that I've been given a foundation, a resource, and a platform to express my thoughts and opinions based upon my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this life. All men were created equal in my belief, but we don't think, nor are we all treated equally. And my intent is to gain and deliver knowledge to those in earshot. Shout out to my main man, number 5, for blessing me with the beat. Heavy is the crowd.
And that motherfucker is heavy.
Shout out to my main man who's here right now. Brian Seau, give it up.
What it do, player, what it do?
You did gain a following here in the past
A little bit.
How you doing today?
Pretty good.
All right, man.
Pretty good. Just came in off that road, you know.
Yeah.
That's about it. You know, work hard, play hard. So I'm playing for a couple of days.
Okay, that's what's up.
You know that, buddy.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you coming in today and speaking with me because we got some things to talk about.
We sure do, brother.
And here we go. So, first off, it was a beautiful day today. Knuckleheads was out, cops was out, people was patrolling, you know, money was being made. You know, the city was breathing today, at least in my area. But now we had to take it to space. For all those that tuned in, I want to thank y'all. Thank all y'all for tuning in. Shout out to all my loyalists and extremists. Shout out to all the podcast pioneers prior to my arrival.
I would like to think I'm an extremist. Would you say I'm a heavy of the crowd extremist? Would you say that?
And shout out to all my day ones and the last days.
Last days, baby.
Man, this is a cold world we're living in, man. An extremist? Do I feel like you're an extremist?
I'm an extremist for heavy as the crowd.
I'm
an extremist.
Hey, all the extremists for heavy as the crowd.
I get it in like a mosh pit,
Go
baby.
ahead. Hit the like, subscribe, and share.
Like a mosh pit.
Donate to DelTha510 Baptist Church. Heavy as the crowd. Praise the Lord. Pass the plate. Yeah, man. The title of today's show is Uncle Tom. And
well,
with those,
what do you know? No shit.
With that being said, you know, I'm sure you've been triggered, you've been attacked by people getting called Uncle Tom for some of your views.
I have. I would like to say I'm trying to shoot for the Coon Award.
The Coon Award.
I'm trying to shoot for the Coon Award.
Oh my.
I'm trying to wake these brothers up. That's about it. Trying to wake these brothers up. Ain't nothing but performance, hard work, and character, man. That's about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, we must admit there's still a lot of evil out there that's going to hamper that progress.
But you know what? You got to play the hand you was dealt, brother.
Yeah.
You can play or you can fold them. You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
Hey.
That Uncle Tom. You know.
Uncle Tom. Love it.
I'm sure you've been called Uncle Tom a lot of times over your day. And as of recent, with these current events, and you're so passionate on social media about where you stand with things. So therefore, people could misconstrue it and say it is extremist.
Absolutely.
You know?
Because this is the thing. They've never heard a black man talk like this before.
You hate your skin?
I can't give it back, but I make this shit look good, nigga. You dig? I make it look good, nigga. Come out here.
So what about all this? When I turn on the TV, or not the TV, but when I turn on the YouTube, when I'm watching the YouTube, and I'm subscribed to all the big major cities across the U.S., the intercontinental U.S., and every time I turn on the news, it's never rainbows and puppy dog tails, but it's always like trauma, tragic, train wrecks. You know, I turn on the TV and, you know, CSI is showing, you know, people dying of COVID. Rest in peace, all the people that we have lost to COVID up to this point.
Are you talking about died of or died from? Which one are we talking about? Is it of or from? Because you know that's fucked up. They put that spin on it. But we're just saying, are you sad about the people who died from or of? Which one is it? Because those are two different things, and you know that.
Both of them.
Wow, even the people who had COVID and who was asymptomatic and died in a car wreck?
Both of them.
Both of them. All that.
Yeah.
All that.
All
Bring it back, come rewind. Everybody that lost somebody. How about that?
Everybody done lost somebody.
Because it's been a rough year. I tell you, I don't know about y'all niggas, but for me, it's been a rough year. I lost my granny. That was rough.
Yeah, my condolences for that.
You know, but, you know, we lost a lot of good. Shock D.
Shock G.
Shock G. That was my dude.
Doggone Black Rob, DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Who else am I missing?
There's a lot.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot.
Yeah. So it seems like the music is gone to the young people. You know, the hip hop. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not
The young
hip
people.
hop.
That's not hip hop?
That's not hip hop. That's not hip hop.
But I'm trailing off of what I wanted to talk about with Uncle Tom. But go ahead. Why ain't it hip hop?
Well, anyway, to each your own. Hey, man, I'm just old. I'm just old school.
It's not hip hop.
Plus, you already know how my playlist go, and you already know I'm stuck there.
Yeah. Definitely stuck.
But
80s,
a lot of
90s.
shit, but you gotta understand though. But a lot of shit that I listened to in the '90s, you ain't never heard of before because that shit wasn't really pumping up here like that.
Yeah. Was the frequency as evil as it is now back then?
No. I can tell you what today. Honestly, I really can't even speak on it because I don't even know. All I know is when I go down to 6 and they be down there playing that new stuff, I can't even get with it. I can't even get jiggy with it. I can't even get jiggy with it.
Yeah. Well, let me not go too far off the deep end, man. Go back to Uncle Tom.
I'm in Y Sox, Pennsylvania. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. On social media, getting called to Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
For your views.
Yeah, for a while. But you know what? But I got them. But I got their attention.
Okay.
And that's worth a lot more because now they are going to engage.
Okay.
Now, but yeah, been called that. But if any black man that's woke will always be called that.
Coon.
Exactly. You know.
Go
All
ahead,
right, so I'm in White Sox, Pennsylvania. Me and the old lady, she came out there to visit me, and bought a couple things, bought a couple Richie Rich comic books and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Richie Rich.
Yeah. So I'm looking through, and life is funny like that sometimes.
How is it funny?
It's very funny because bam, oh my goodness, no, he didn't. I found it. Harriet Beecher Stowe.
Harriet Beecher Stowe.
I don't know if you know anything about this book.
Oh, a little bit. Only what I've read and what I've heard people say. But let me see this book.
Check it out.
Yeah. This book.
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Good old Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Oh, sellout ass nigga.
Sellout ass nigga. How dare you call him a sellout?
That's what it is, right?
No.
That nigga sold out, right?
No. Sell out to what? To who? To when?
What? That's why they call black people Uncle Tom, Uncle Tom.
Oh, because he's a sellout.
Ain't that right? He gave up the slaves, right?
No. See, now that's where we have to get the people hip.
That's what it means.
No, not at all, my man. Not at all, my black man.
Well,
my proud black man.
What the fuck is they calling me then, nigga?
Little do they know they're throwing that at you as an insult, but it's actually a compliment.
I kind of thought so too, but why?
I mean, now that book there.
This nigga sell out. I just want to know why.
Uncle Tom.
He's sell out.
Well, let me get you hip to a little bit of something.
Well, you know something? Tell me something.
A little something. We could Google the rest. I'm sure it's all Wikipedia. It could all be Wikipedia. So, Uncle Tom freed slaves.
He what?
He freed slaves.
He freed them.
He helped them get free. As well as took a nice ass whooping and gave up his life for not revealing where 2 black slave women was.
What?
Yeah, that's the climactic point in the book. Some bounty hunters came looking for Uncle Tom, and I know people want to misconstrue and think it's like that black guy. Who's that black guy from Django?
You talking about Jamie Foxx?
No, the other black guy, the one that's in the house.
Oh,
the house nigga.
Steve. You talking about Steve?
Anything like that?
Oh, Steven ass nigga.
Little Steven ass.
Oh,
nigga.
Steven ass nigga.
Yeah, no. He actually gave his life in the book. He gave his life, and some bounty hunters was up in Ohio.
No, or you say bounty hunters, you mean slave catchers?
Slave catchers.
Okay, now were they slave? Because was he running free? Like,
was he running free?
Yeah.
Now see, that's where you have to look in the book and come to your own conclusion. I could just tell you what I think.
Gotcha.
Okay. But the book is available now. Mind you, this book, they said at that time, I think they dropped it around in the 1950s. 1952 is when it was published, and I guess not allegedly, but due to the information that I've gathered, they sold like 5,000 books instantly, like boom. And then after that, they sold like 300,000 after that. And that was just like the first little bit of time that it was released. So it was what some would consider the first bestseller. You know how they always had the New York bestsellers. Well, you know, this lady was from Connecticut, I believe. She was born in Connecticut, but she relocated to close to the Natty, outside of, you know, right around the Natty. And then she took a trip, right? She took a trip to Kentucky, okay?
Okay.
With her homegirl back when she was young. She was like 21. She was looking for this. She was looking for some strange. If you ask me, she was looking for some strange.
Some strange?
She was like, I done had
late night creeping?
Yeah, I done had some D on this side of the river, so she's gonna go travel across the river.
Don't ask my neighbor.
I think it was the first time she was in a slave trade.
I bet.
I mean, not the slave trade, but the slave state.
Oh.
Because Kentucky was a slave state at that time.
Yes, it was. Part of the South.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, Uncle Tom, that wasn't even his real name.
His name wasn't Thomas?
No.
What be's the man's name?
I think it was something like Josiah Henson, I believe.
Josiah Henson.
That's a strong name. That's why
Mr. Henson's slave.
I believe that book was based on a true story.
What? Really?
But the thing was, she had, from what I had learned, at the time that she was writing that book, she had lost a child to Chlorea, you know what I'm saying? That CHOLEA disease or something.
I dig what you're saying.
Lost him to some sort of whatever, and she was going through pain. And after that trip to Kentucky and going through the death of her child, you know, she kind of like, you know, put all of her pain in that book. Yeah,
but if this is so basically, is this like an autobiography we're reading here?
No. This is I guess just
or is this a tale?
It's just a tale. It's just a tale.
Of a man.
Yeah, a tale. You know.
Okay.
It's just a tale of a man. Overall, though, you know, he gave his life and didn't tell where these two black slave women were hiding because they were trying to get free. Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman type stuff. Harriet Tubman type time. That's what she was on. He was on that Harriet Tubman type time.
Speak.
But you know, here's the thing though. When it first hit the stage and everything, or like people first, whatever, they was loving it. They loved the book, and they wanted to do shows. But the people who had the money to put together these shows and had the resources to do these shows, they didn't really like the narrative.
The narrative?
The narrative of what the book told, that he gave his life for these two black women and gonna look like a hero.
So he's talking about there's a reprise? Like somebody done...
I think in the shows, what they did was they...
So are you saying like this one is possibly the New Testament?
No. The book is exactly what it is. That's why I encourage everyone to, swiftly look over it, read it in your spare time. But no, the producers of early stage shows didn't think that narrative would sell. So they changed it from how the author... Harriet Seau.
Are you saying they changed the ending? Is that what you saying?
You know, they altered it a little bit. A little alteration. Little hem. We hemmed it up. You know what I'm saying? They hemmed it up. No pun intended.
No, okay.
So yeah, I encourage everybody to read that book, you know, because Uncle Tom wasn't really a bad guy. But we were conditioned to think that he was. Because a lot of us weren't given the knowledge.
Yep.
So, you know, anybody who has read the book, go ahead and put something in the comment section if you've seen the book. If you know what I'm talking about. If I'm bullshitting
any information would be cool. I like to see that, what y'all know out there about it. Let me see.
So, you know, that's how that went. You know, so when people call you an Uncle Tom, I know it's coming from a place of hate, but you should actually take it as a compliment. Little do they know they're giving you a compliment.
And I do. And I didn't know he saved the slaves though, but
not the slaves as like however, but he sacrificed his life for slaves to.
He did.
You know,
he did. What's his name again?
Oh man, I want to say it's Josiah Henson.
Okay.
Yeah, DelTha510. Yeah. It's Googleable. It's Wikipedia-able.
Googleable.
Wikipedia-able. So yeah, DelTha510, the Cash App. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in to this point. On to the next one. That talks about racism and climate change.
Racism and climate change.
And I'm not talking about the weather climate. I'm talking about the climate of the people.
Speak on it. Get us there. Start the fire.
Oh, man. So...
and I'll be your fuel, baby.
I think that we're getting shown a lot of bad things to brainwash us.
Play with your emotions.
Play with our emotions.
We call that psych ops, psychological operations. Keep you always annoyed. You know what I mean? That's all about it. And that's what it's about. But also, but then again, it goes a little bit deeper than that because the shit is real. Like, it's just not even like a show or a stunt. Like, the shit is real. Like we have $86 million of our money going towards illegals to stay in hotels.
Huh?
And these cats ain't even got a passport. These cats ain't got a COVID shot. And the whole thing about it is he wants to let all these illegal immigrants come up here. But come to figure out, what do the Democrats want to do? They want to go for the what? The ballot boxes, right? You don't need an ID.
You don't need an ID.
You don't need an ID. Oh, that's racism. Black people ain't smart enough to get an ID. Hey, all my folks got IDs. You got an ID?
Yeah, I got an ID. I got a few.
Yeah, I got an ID. Okay. All right. So basically, are they trying to say like blacks are incapable of obtaining a free state ID? Like they are not like they're not smart enough to get an ID? Is that what we're getting from it?
I don't know what I'm getting from it, but I know that it's just bonkers.
That's all it comes down to. Because why? These illegal immigrants ain't gonna have no goddamn ID and ain't gonna be allowed to vote. That's like me. Like, okay, I voted down. Like, I'm from Ohio. Okay, I vote here. All right. If I don't need an ID in Pennsylvania, that means I just go show up, right? No way.
Just show up.
I just show up.
Yeah.
Like,
they're gonna take your information though, right? You can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them some information, but they ain't gonna check shit.
They're not. You're not gonna be in a registry.
Nope.
Where, like,
They're
they'll know?
not even asking me. Look, all I'm doing is giving them my name.
So I could just go to every state. I could drive to every state and vote.
Yep.
If I can make it to every state in that time, just go ahead and vote in every state.
Look at the fraud. But yeah, whatever. That's some old bullshit.
Is that racism?
Now, you know what? Honestly, you know what? If a lot of black people feel like they're not smart enough to obtain an ID, then I must be tripping. Because I honestly believe everybody had an ID. But yeah, that's what it comes down to. You just gotta share your ID. Yeah, you gotta share your ID because I'm telling you what, Georgia's pretty pissed off about that.
Who is Georgia?
Georgia, yeah. Remember, because he won Georgia and that was like a swing state for him. And ain't no Democrat won Georgia since Bill Clinton.
Word.
Okay, they're saying Biden got more votes than Obama.
Biden got more votes than Obama. I know how that Georgia vote turned overnight.
You know what?
I seen how it turned overnight, and I stayed up all night and I watched it like a geek, and I was watching the numbers.
I was too, and then it just stopped.
And then it just stopped.
There's like, we'll be back in the morning.
And then
I was like, what do you mean you'll be back in the morning? I was like, I've always gone to bed knowing who the president was. That was the first time I went to bed and I didn't know who the fuck the president was.
Oh, you know.
That was crazy. And now let's get it straight. You mean to tell me America's Got Talent can tally up millions of motherfucking votes, but
over
these
a commercial break?
But these niggas can't even do it.
Well, it was pre-recorded. That's why.
But then you got to think, and then they were talking about this could take months. Even they said this could take months.
Soon we'll be voting on our cell phones and our tablets.
You know what? It's a done deal, bro.
What?
It's a done deal. I don't even know. All I know is this: if they do that voter fraud thing, that shit like that. Yeah, because they're going to do that ballot stuffing.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to the next one. What else we got over there?
Man, I've seen a lot of crime that has picked up not only in, Chicago has seen tremendous crime over the past decade, if not well longer before that. But now I seem to see New York popping up. And I know they have the strict, really strict gun laws there as well.
Those are all Democratic cities with the toughest gun laws.
Come on, you gonna throw it on the Democrats, man? All this.
They are. It is run by Democrats. Chuck Schumer. What's his state? New York.
That Mayor De Blasio.
De Blasio. He's a Democrat.
There's a lot of crime going on in
Let
New
me tell
York
you
right
something.
now.
They let that happen to control the people. They wanted this all that, but the whole defund the police and all that stuff right there. All that's going to hurt is the poor communities.
We going
the inner cities. That's not the whole thing. That's the only thing it's going to affect. And it's not going to affect any other neighborhood. You know what they're going to do? They just going to let you niggas kill yourself. That's it. They don't care. They ain't coming out. You know what? Y'all go ahead, act a fool. And there you go. And they're just because realistically, for let's say like if I was a white cop and let's just say I was racist, okay?
I'm listening.
I'll let you kill yourself.
Yeah.
That's great. I got a couple homeboys from Chicago and they told me the white folks love seeing that shit. Niggas killing each other. It'd be a slaughter fest out there.
It's making more
They'd be
room
like,
for them.
"Ooh, look at that."
People are
Just let
attracted
you
to
kill
train
it.
wrecks.
Yep, just let you do it.
Now, why don't you go ahead and talk about what we had got the knowledge on about these little yummies. What are your little yummies? Because, let's reflect back before you talk about that. Because, I'm reflecting back to a couple weeks ago when that little 13-year-old, rest in peace, Toledo, that was his last name, who passed. He was shot by the cops after being chased in an alley, down an alley. And I guess they're saying that he had a gun on him. He tossed it behind the fence. I seen the footage. Everybody come to their own conclusion. But here we are looking at it. And, people want to jump on the cop for, being in a dark alley, pulling a firearm out.
We're talking like a tenth of a second decision.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can sit back home in their house and on their phone in their air conditioner, laid up in their bed and watch a video and rewind it 10 times to come up with a whole bunch of other different scenarios of how you could have did it. But that's that fast.
Yeah, that was that fast. And
saved the girl's life.
But no. I'm talking about the 13-year-old in Chicago. That one's in Columbus. That was in Columbus. If we want to talk about that, we can get into that.
Happened. A lot has happened
since we, last sat down.
A lot has happened.
But back to it, those I'm not suggesting that kid could have been up to no good, but you're out at 2-3 o'clock in the morning on a school night. I mean, was it a school night? Regardless of what night it was, you out 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
With a 21-year-old.
I thought he was only 18.
No, he's 21. They're doing that banging. He's out there banging for that MS-13. That's the whole thing. I don't understand why niggas act like Mexicans like them. Like they got beef out there with these Mexicans. What they're doing is they're letting all these illegals come up here from El Salvador and Guatemala, and they getting into gang banging and shit, and they killing black people. And we just letting these niggas homeboys in. Like, yo, just let them in. Pushing black kids in the inner city out, pushing them out of their classroom because their classrooms are overcrowded.
Talk to him.
I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot going on, but there's a crisis at the border.
So how do we solve that?
Well, I tell you what, they're finishing that wall. Did you hear about that?
Nope.
Yes, they are. Because guess what? That wall probably wasn't a bad idea. Because they're about to bum rush it this summer.
You think?
Man.
I mean, I've seen a couple...
like a Public Enemy concert. Bum rush the gate. They about to bum rush the gate.
I've seen some people in large crowds head towards the border in footage that the media has shown. Of course, it's only what the media has shown. Let's face it. Most of us get a lot of our info from YouTube, right? And Google, So somewhere along the line, we're all getting pushed the same information.
Yeah, you're being fed the narrative.
The narrative. When I tried to type in BLM in my phone, lowercase, it automatically auto-corrected it and made it all uppercase.
Oh, yeah. It's in the system.
It's in the system. Is that systemic racism?
Man, I think it's a sign of the things to come because I think BLM right now is about to become a political group.
Political group, like a third party?
You hear me? A political group. Ooh. They're about to be a political group.
So you're going to have like the Democrats, Republicans, the third party or the Green Party, and then you'll have the Black Lives Matter party?
You know what? Can you have a Black Lives Matter party? You know what? I never thought about it like that. I thought of it more being control of government, being in control of government.
Yeah.
But I mean,
they don't want to be a part of the rat race. They just want to oversee the rat race. But you know what?
Are you nuts? Everything's about power.
Money.
BLM. What's that stand for?
Buy large mansions.
Cash me outside. How about that? Nigga.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember Mr. Wizard?
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Do I? Yes, I do.
Man, Mr. Wizard was like the
on
real.
Nickelodeon. Yeah. He just came on after Hey Dude.
Hey Dude. Any of y'all that's seen any of this, give us a like, a comment, something.
Hey
share.
Dude, what else was there?
No, but hold on. Mr. Wizard though was the real deal. He wasn't.
He was the first nigga to teach a nigga how to cook crack on TV. Whoa. He had it going.
Oh, he had it going. He was the first one whipping his wrist on TV after the Beavers.
I seen that before. Before.
Chemical reactions. You remember you can't do that on television?
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was my shit. Niggas used to get slime.
When they said, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they popped out the lockers. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, hey, Seau.
Oh, here's one. I got one for you.
Yeah.
Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete. No, you couldn't forget the tattoo.
The girl. Yep.
It flexes forearm.
Like, dance, Petulia.
Man.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I think the narrative has definitely changed in today's viewings of things that we see on the screen. I think there's a lot of division being played. I think they're turning us against us. And then people get really confused when you throw a white person in it. Like, they get all discombobulated. It's like, I think we have a problem with black on black crime. There's definitely a problem with black on black crime, but the white on white crime happens too. Mexican on Mexican crime.
I want to say this. I think the easy thing they got going for them, because there's no other race in the world acts or deals the way that black people do in America.
What do you mean?
Like, you don't see like the Jews out there making a big, doing all this extra shit. Okay, they don't have like the Italians don't have a leader leading them. Like, nobody leads these other people. Only black people got these so-called leaders. Okay? Jews ain't got it. Chinese people ain't got it. Ain't nobody got it but us. And them leaders are buying large mansions. Those leaders got Jerry curls and perms. Niggas got Rolexes and Rolls Royces and telling you can't make it in America. What? Man, get out of here. I'm telling you, we got to get rid of these niggas. Whatever happens in our community, we can handle it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? If we feel like there's an injustice, then we'll fucking do it ourselves. Other than that, I don't need 4 fat black lesbian Marxists leading me. I am a man, and a woman is not supposed to lead a man. You can take it for what it is and be mad.
Good rants.
Word to your mama.
Word to your mama. Jeez. So yeah, I encourage everybody to read the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, but also subscribe to DelTha510. That's my music page. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this page and share it, because we have some comedy, we have some seriousness, and then we have some passionate rants.
Passionate rants, I say.
Fuck these niggas.
It is what it is.
That's all it's going to be.
It is what it is.
So, man, hopefully here coming up, no, it's not hopefully. Hope is a good marketing tool. But I would like to say here soon, I'm going to have this gentleman on who is going to get the world, or anybody who isn't hip yet, he's going to really get y'all hip to this crypto, this Ethereum,
Eureka.
Litcoin, Bitcoin, all that.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, man. It's, and all this digital currency going on around here. I seen for the first time on the nice part of town, over there at the Lovers Lane Convenient, I seen a Bitcoin transferring machine. Like you can get your Bitcoin.
You get your Bitcoin on?
Bitcoin on.
Oh yeah, I seen
it's an
them.
ATM.
They got them in Pittsburgh. I seen them.
I'm like, wow, you know, we have one of them around here before a electrical charge port. Have you seen one of those for a car yet?
Yes.
You have? Where at?
Just on the highway because I drive trucks. So
Oh well, I'm talking about in the local area. Yeah.
No, because niggas ain't got them yet. It's gonna be a while for people down here to start getting shit like that.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, not now. Mr. Fuel and the pilots, I foresee those happening because those are off the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you're always gonna have fuel for now. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
For God's sakes, I got 85 Camaro. That thing takes fuel.
Mm.
That thing don't run off of fairy dust. Man.
Yeah, but this cryptocurrency and all these apps that are offering, like, hey, you know, Dogecoin, all that. I got a man that's gonna come through and talk about it here soon. Shout out Bobby Digital, and you know, hopefully he's gonna get all of us hip. But I gotta sit down with this man first, one-on-one. So after I've already sat down with him once, and it was just like, oh wow, you know, it's cool to meet somebody who actually gets it, and it's an important part of history where it stands right now, and to understand, you know, that whole movement of it, and it was just like, I was like, what? Hold on, I understand, but this is too much.
What? Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna put some things together, and you know, we're gonna build some things off of that. Yeah, what up though?
What up, though?
Tell me how you feel.
I feel pretty good. I mean, I'm off.
Tell me what you think.
Shorty.
Got what my name is.
Shorty, what you drank? I'm sipping on some Simply Cranberry. Yeah. Simply Cranberry.
I got the space juice.
Fire.
Look at that space
Fire.
juice, son.
The nectar of the gods. The nectar of the gods, I'd say.
Yeah, but you see what I'm drinking. I'm drinking that
point.
space juice. Space. Look at that.
That shit'll make you impotent. You keep drinking that.
They got meds for that.
They sure do. Call it a little blue chew. Make it do what it do.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, when I look at these channels and I see all this violence going on in all these big cities, and that seems to be the only thing they highlight, it demoralizes me from even wanting to turn.
But what
the
violence
screen
are
on.
they showing? Because they ain't showing. The only thing they showing is the police and black people getting in altercations. Okay. Other than that, I mean, I think 30. I mean, it's bad out there. I mean, I'll say this much right now. I'm not too worried about the police killing my kids. I'm more worried about my kids playing outside and getting hit by like a stray bullet or some shit like that. Because the probability of that is, you know, it can happen. Shoot up the wrong house, it can happen.
Yep.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, and that happens. Would I be tripping if I told you that shit happens every day? Almost damn near every day.
I mean, it happens every day. It
does. It does.
Happens every day.
Every day.
Multiple times.
More than the police transactions.
Yeah, right. Right. So
I mean, I think when they broke it down, it was like 50 million police transactions, and like less than 2% were like where they got like in Sheila. You gotta remember, like all the cops that you have in the country, 93% of them go without even using their firearm. And I think that says a lot when you got guys who were like 93% of cops retire without even firing one shot.
But you have to also pay in mind that a lot of those jobs were administrative.
Yeah.
Them and administrative, they're in the office. They're not the cops on the beat.
You got juvenile detention. You got a juvenile cop, the detention cop. He'll probably go. Yeah, I don't know. Them young niggas kind of crazy. He might have to bust off his shot.
Nah, they got pepper spray and stuff for that.
I let the dog out.
Let the dog out? What's that dog called? Not the German Shepherd, the Belgium...
The Malinois?
Malinois. That Malinois. Get you a Malinois. I'd love to get one of them. But you got to have time, man, because they're smart.
Yeah, you do.
You come back home, they be like, why'd you leave me
Very
here all
smart
day,
dogs.
nigga? Why'd you leave me home all day? I done tore the whole house up.
I haven't ride around my truck with me, but
Right. They probably love it.
I'm going to give me a little fat English bulldog for that.
Yeah?
I can just let him out and go worry about that nigga to going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let him out, everybody have a good time. He'd be like a service dog out there on the pad. You got the company, man, talking about he can stay out here in the trailer with me. He's staying out here. Just leave his ass here.
Yeah. Well, you've probably seen one on the site before, huh?
A couple guys. Yeah, they bring their dogs on. I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much going on because I'm running balls deep.
Yeah.
I'm out there chasing loads all night. So
Yeah.
you already know I'll be on the phone with you. Bang, bang, bang. I ain't got time. I don't even stop for nothing. I ain't got that shit before I start going because it's a race.
Yeah.
How many times I can get to this pad back and forth in one night?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. That's really chasing paper right there.
Yeah. I get paid by the load, not by the hour. So, you can sit there and bullshit all you want. I mean,
Now, there's a drawing concern with a lot of truck drivers that a lot of jobs are going to get replaced by autonomous trucks here in the future. Like, jobs are going to be lost because of these autonomous, they're going to slowly push the human trucker out of the cab. What's your thoughts on that?
I can foresee that maybe like some companies doing that, but nah, because this is what it's going to come down to.
Maybe someone like
that
Walmart.
Nobody's going. Walmart might do it, maybe, but I doubt that because there's nothing better than having actual eyes in that truck. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like what I do, there ain't no autonomous truck going to do that.
Yeah.
Because there's no road on this GPS.
Right.
You now have to
Right.
climb this hill and you're loaded.
Right.
Straight up. You got 26 tons on your back. Yeah. You better catch all them gears. And you better not stall out going up that hill because it's going to be a bitch to get that motherfucker rolling. Because if you stall out in the middle of that hill with that road wet, man, it just makes it rough. Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough. So, man. But yeah, anyway, that's what I do. So, and then you got to back in a hole and shit, and then you got to get on, hook up all that equipment. Yeah, so what I do, I'm pretty good for that. But by the time that happens, man, I like I said, man, I'm 40 years old. I mean, by the time that happens, shit, I'll be retirement age, so it's whatever. If the Lord see fit.
The Lord see fit. Praise the Lord. Pass the plate. DelTha510 Baptist Church.
Reverend Durham.
Reverend
Call me.
Yeah, I think there's always going to be a need for human truck drivers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Going to need them. Going to need them.
You're going to need you to unload that truck.
Yeah.
You're going to need you to do.
But no, if you build facilities, like Walmart can easily upgrade, and all that stuff can just be put on by markers.
That's getting rid of jobs, and
Right.
that's the part that sucks. That's the whole thing. That's even like we go to Kroger's. Like, the sad part is they have a union. Okay, you have a union, and you let them put up all these fucking check out yourself shit. Like, I don't even like that shit. Sometimes I'll stand in line because, man,
You want that human interaction.
I
Make
want
sure my
that
stuff
human
is...
interaction, and on top of it, I don't mind standing in line. It ain't like the DMV. I mean, I might stand there for a couple minutes. It is what it is, but shit, by the time I get to my shit, I already done talked to somebody for so long. I feel like I knew him and his whole family. It was nice meeting you, sir.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you. All right, man.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you too.
Yeah.
Like I ran up on Seth one day. Hey, yo, it's a funny story. You want to hear a story?
Go ahead.
You want to hear a funny story?
Go ahead.
Check this out. All right. I thought this nigga was dead. I didn't even know who this nigga was. All I know is he was in the scooter, right? Because it was like wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like hunched over.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? You hunched? I was like, lay all done. I thought, man, is this nigga dead?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, yo, come on. He's like, oh man, what's up, man? I was like, oh shit, I ain't know it was you. I thought you was some old dude. Yeah, ran into him, and You know, sat there and kicked it with him. He was going through some lady issues. He told me about how women ain't shit. He said he ain't never get a relationship again. This is some fucked up shit. She tried to take all my money. She tried to do this, try to do that. Whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop. That's what you call standing in line. At the grocery store. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stand in line. Because I heard him out. Because he had the vent. He needed the vent. I was there to vent for. I was just like, yeah. Like, you damn right. Show you right. Show you right.
Social interaction is important in the human element. That's something that I feel like masks have taken away. You know, people don't want to socially interact as much anymore. You know, but no, they're itching now. The weather's broke. People's like, F them masks. Half of the nation has been vaccinated.
I ain't scared of no germ.
But we sat over this past year or so plus.
And it's riot season.
Like, and letting everybody, and people don't know how to act. There's been a whole year of people who was trying to learn how to act, just had to be like, nah, y'all gotta sit down. Y'all gotta sit down.
It's getting ridiculous.
So that little hint of warm weather just enhances the nonsense.
I remember the preacher used to say every time it got warm out, he said in church one time, he said, well, you know, it's getting warm. So you know what that means. Pray for your loved ones that is out here, and you know, make sure that, you know, they take care of it when the weather gets warm, and that's when they, you know, and that's pretty freaking sad, especially coming from Steubenville, knowing that like we're so small. Like I was like, you know what I'm saying? That's like you take like a city like Vallejo, California. That's like 400,000 people. That's a small city in California. You take Steubenville here, they were like 15,000, man. A lot of us are all related and stuff.
18,000.
18,000. You know, a lot of us all related and shit, you know, but
right.
I mean, I don't really see any. Get money, man. Get fucking money.
Get money.
Get money. I know, but you know what I mean, and I get it, you know. But shit, man, if you can stop the shooting and all that shit, I mean, niggas, you can make some money. When we start shooting, that's when shit gets bad, because that's when these niggas start cracking down.
Yeah, it's hard to be a legit citizen out here.
Plus, you don't be doing all that shit, man. Everybody organized.
You gotta have
organized.
Organized.
2 bullets for one man is a lot. It's a waste.
2 bullets.
2 bullets for one man is a waste.
So were they pushing them Johnson & Johnson vaccines again?
It's back up.
It's back up.
I mean, and they already gave out like, what is it, like 6 or 7 million? Only like 6 people had a bad reaction.
Nah, it was more than 6, man.
No, it was only 6, bro.
Come on, man. Oh yeah, because they didn't want to admit it.
I told you. Yeah. Yeah.
They died of COVID before the vaccine kicked in.
So they died from? They died from COVID?
They died
or of?
Of COVID before the vaccine kicked in.
Okay, they died of
So COVID did something to their body that after they got the vaccine, it just didn't.
From then.
Huh?
They died from the COVID.
No, yeah, they died from. No,
yeah,
they died of the COVID.
Of? Man, we'll figure it out. They put that wordplay in there on you.
Yeah, I mean, rest in peace to all the people that we've lost over the past, 2 years, basically, because of COVID. They proved that it was floating around well before they thought it was. They tried to put a date on it, like, oh yeah, it got here like maybe December, November, and they're like, no, they got blood samples from people who were asymptomatic well before that, and they tested them, and they had whatever antibodies you needed to have.
But it's got a 99% survival rate.
No, I think it's like 98.
Oh, it's 98?
It might be like 98.
I'm telling you, it's going to make people infertile. That's how they're going to do the population control.
Oh, it's just going to make everybody sterile.
Watch. Something's going to happen. They keep trying to push it on your kids, and they said your kids are freaking fine. They don't even freaking need it. But they're trying to push it on your kids, too, and all that stuff, and there's something up with it. I don't know what it is, but all I know is this, man, I'm probably going to have to end up getting it just so I can go on vacation and shit. But you know what? Fuck that shit, man. I won't even go out the country. if I got to get that, because realistically, where the fuck am I going to go where I'm going to say, you know what, it's worth getting? I want to wait and see what happens with you niggas who got it. All you niggas that put that border around your profile picture on Facebook talking about I got vaccinated, nigga, I'm watching you. Nigga, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Every time you put that, I got vaccinated today. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, man. Thanks for letting me. Why is it like a special occasion? Like, oh my God.
You know,
oh my God, I got vaccinated.
It's not hard to tell when somebody's casing the joint. You know, if somebody's watching you, when somebody's monitoring you, it's not hard. It's not hard to tell. You know, what are you doing sitting out on a stoop, drinking tall cans all day? You casing the joint, or you just dumb?
Oh, bro, just dumb. Nigga need to get a job.
Get a job, find something to do, sweep a floor. Like, you could work in the building. Like, no, don't do that. Don't need that. Heavy is the crowd.
And the crowd is heavy.
Yeah, maybe we should play a song for him as an intermission. Hey, we rocking it right now. Everybody that tuned in, I want to thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because this is far and few between. This man stays on the road. I stay busy. You know what I'm saying? Got together, made the shit happen. Mm-hmm. Throw me a like, a subscribe.
Do you like what you say?
A share. I'm clowning.
Clown World.
Clown World.
Welcome to Clown World.
Tell them about Clown World.
Clown World is a wonderful place. It's a very wonderful place where clowns go and be clowns.
Corny niggas do corny shit.
And with which reality is not reality, and what you thought was real was not real.
Talk to him.
Clown World.
Clown World.
Where a man.
Oh no, they No. You know look at that. I got it on there, and it says Blizzy, but it's not Blizzy. It's Seau. Oh. I can make the adjustment afterwards.
All right. It is what it is.
That's all it's gonna be.
I'll be Blizzy. Blame it on Blizzy.
Nah. Shout out to Blizzy Burgundy. You know, this is how we do it. Let's see.
I'll fuck a nasty bitch with your dick and blame it on Bleezy.
Burgundy. Yeah, man.
Burgundy.
Oh, man.
That man Burgundy.
I can't believe it.
I had a Monte Carlo with burgundy leather.
They got my thing all messed up. Let's see if I can adjust it right now on the fly.
Adjust, since we're at intermission anyway.
Yeah.
Is anybody hearing us?
Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 more subscribers since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder who's that watching right now.
It should have popped up. Like, it should have popped up on the screen.
Who could that be? We'd like to thank you for tuning in.
The 2 new subscribers, we'd like to thank you.
Bling, bling.
Bling, bling. Every time we come around your city, bling, bling.
Pancake ring worth about 50.
Bling, bling. Ooh, I could detail that.
Detail it, so.
Oh, yeah. Look, we about to change it right now for y'all.
Yes.
All right.
From the Seau up there. Oh, let's see, hey, yo. Make it do what it do.
Oh, man. That's hilarious.
Uncle Tom.
Save that.
Mr. Tom.
Are we still going to put his... Oh, okay.
Bleezy.
Instagram. Boom. Okay, we good.
We good to go?
Yeah.
Rock and roll, cotton candy, sweet as gold.
All right, let's go back to the...
Bam. Back at it like crack addict.
All right, I think we got it adjusted now.
We're good to go.
Yeah, I'm good to go. What's up next on the, you know what I'm saying? You trying to get yourself a boat?
I like to get a pontoon boat, but that means
pontoon
also
boat? I'm talking about a yacht, Nick. I'm talking about a yacht.
I ain't a yacht guy.
Young,
I'm a simple
little
living
yachty
kind of guy. That means I give me a 1988 box Chevy Silverado, like back in the day when we were kids and we were all rode in the back. Remember that? And the old
Shaggy
Chevy
wagon.
pull up, the old Chevy pull up, the old Chevy pickup truck pull up, all the kids hop in the back. Like, whoa.
I can't believe that thing was. I hope it makes the adjustment. Let's see. Somebody in the comment section that said something about talk about somebody, so I'm about to talk about somebody.
Somebody loves you, baby.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Somebody loves you, baby.
There we go. There we go. It worked.
It twerked.
It
Look
twerked.
at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Uncle Tom and Brian Seau. Heavy as the crowd.
Did you
Oh my
watch?
God.
Did you watch that Versus with Method Man and Redman?
Negative. I was chasing loads. You told me about it.
Oh man, it was solid. It was solid.
Solid as a rock.
Let me get on it.
Who sung that? Who was that?
That's Ash for the Simpson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Know about that?
They got the same haircut. He had the same hairstyle as Al Sharpton.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see what that cause homie said something about talk about Toni Morrison too. Who's Toni Morrison? Who is that?
Who bees Mr. Tony? Tony Stark?
Toni Morrison. Let's Google him. Toni Morrison. What she got to say?
White people have a very...
Judge me by my deeds.
That's right.
Arthur Ashe was here, the late Arthur Ashe.
Yes.
And he said to me, as he said at one other place, he said, in a much quoted comment, he said, living with
COVID.
AIDS is easier than living with racism. It's a harder struggle against racism for me than it is against AIDS. What it meant to me is that there's no way for the rest of us to understand that daily encounter. Which brings me to my question to you.
No, Louis, this is what we gonna do. Shoot up.
Blam, blam.
Hold on, is it that? What is it? Where is he? Oh, what's up top here? Oh,
It's a picture in a picture.
it's a picture in a picture.
In your books.
No.
What was that
has
answer?
always been understood to be
What was
a
that?
confrontation.
There are no major white characters in your books.
No. The black narrative has always been understood to be a confrontation with some white people. I'm sure there are many of them. They are not terribly interesting to me. What is interesting to me is what is going on within the community. And within the community, there are no major white players. Once I thought, what is life like if they weren't there? Which is the way we lived it, the way I lived it.
Toni Morrison was born Chloe Anthony Wofford in Lorain, Ohio, not far from Cleveland. It was the Depression.
Shout out
Her father
10
was a
Toes.
shipwelder, her mother, a housewife.
Shout out, hold on. Shout out my nigga 10 Toes for always keeping it in Ohio. I always be talking about some whatever, and whatever I talk about, he can bring Ohio into it real quick. Yeah, shout out to my man. Y'all give him a round of applause. Don't laugh. All right, enough.
Be silent.
Wow. Yeah. I
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
pleases me.
Neighborhood was mixed, and some was the Depression. Her father was a shipwelder, her mother, a housewife. The neighborhood was mixed and sometimes hostile.
People set our house on fire to evict us when I was about 2 years old,
Set the house on fire?
while we were in it.
Why?
So we wouldn't be there, so we would leave.
Chloe's father, George Wofford, had migrated to Ohio from the South. Experiences like the fire reinforced the deep feelings he already had about whites.
He simply felt that he was better, superior to all white people. His experience taught him that.
You hear how she said white? White people.
He from Weirton.
His experience taught him that he was always in the company of inferior people when he was surrounded by whites. You know, he didn't let white people in the house. They came when he was not there, you know, insurance men and so on.
Well, good to go.
What's your thoughts about that? You know anything about her?
Your father sounded
Nada.
like he had a tough core to him.
Oh, very much so. He was an ordinary man, but an extraordinary man at the same time. He was very clear about what the dangers were and very clear about what he wanted for his children.
Does your writing have a
And look how she came
political
out.
point of-
Let's pause that. But look how she came out of all that. People can sit here, you can say, use anything. You think, okay, well, okay, she got her house burnt down, all that stuff like that. But you know what? That made her the person she is. It's those struggles that make it. You know, and all that is evil people doing evil deeds. If you remove racism and just look at it as just evil people doing evil stuff, because not all white people are racist, not all black people are racist, which I think there's a lot of, hey, I didn't realize something this. There's a lot of black racists out there. A lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are my family.
Mm.
And I tell you what, that's some crazy stuff. Anti-Christians, that's other craziness. But yeah, man, all I made, that's all I made. That's we made her.
of view?
Oh, yeah. The truth I happen to be.
Political point of view?
Oh, yeah. The truth, the dangers were, and very clear about what he wanted for his children.
Does your writing have a political point of view?
Oh, yeah. The truth I happen to be most interested in has to do with the nature of oppression and how people survive it or don't. It's amazing to me, particularly for African Americans, just amazing that we're not all dead. That's a constant.
That's how she feels.
It's amazing they ain't all dead.
Shocker.
Paris is one of the few places where she has lived outside the United States, and she clearly likes it here, in part because the French seem more interested in her writing than her race.
When you know somebody's race, what do you know? Virtually nothing. You add to it all the stereotypical information and all the baggage that goes with race. But you don't know anything about that person just because you know race.
That's the end of
Sweet.
it. In just 3 minutes.
Sweet. Yay. So what's the next topic? What else we got over there?
Oh. Oh yeah, the boat.
The boat.
Yeah, what was
boats
it
and
about?
hoes. Boats and hoes.
How you feel about boats?
I want to give me a pontoon boat.
Pontoon boat.
Go out there with the family.
You don't want to get no yacht? You don't want to get no big boat? You don't want to get one of them that like sit on the two,
pontoon boat. Good.
the two, and it got a motor, and then it fit about 10
I got a
10
motor.
on there.
I could probably get 8.
Y'all gotta watch how y'all walk on there because you could easily fall off. But if
It's gonna be a
everybody's
nice
sitting,
pontoon though. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
It's all about parking somewhere, D, and that cracking that cooler, getting that beer and casting that line out there.
man, beer sounds good.
Man, get away from it.
That whole I gotta look more into that Toni Morrison before I speak more on it.
Yeah, I don't really know too much, but
It definitely sounded like she endured a lot of oppression, and
yeah. But you know what? I think a lot of people have endured a lot of oppression. Even yourself, growing up, have endured some oppression. We all haven't. I've endured oppression growing up. You know, but like I said, I think those who endure it, you got to come out of it, man. You come out stronger. You should.
did you see DMX's funeral?
I seen he was in a monster truck. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like the color of the coffin. It was a nice, garnet type bread. They had the whole family, the kids lined up, you know, and the baby mamas and the fiance. Shout out to all of them. They had them lined up, you know. The fiance spoke and, you know, had all those celebrities speak and saying, you know, they were nothing without DMX. DMX is the one that was like the fuel of that fire. Very powerful how everyone took a step back from, you know, and was like, hey, you know, from Drag On to, you know, Nas and all of them, you know, they paid
Remember
homage.
this way. Get in the
Oh,
camera.
shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You all off in the corner and shit.
Paid homage, you know. All in all, man, I think it was a good funeral. They had Kanye's people sing, you know, do that little singing stuff.
Yeah.
Choir. I don't think they did Jesus Walks.
They should have.
No, they did some remakes of old songs that you would like. Let's check that out. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's that song. Oh yeah, that's that song. Yeah.
That song.
Heavy as the crowd.
The crowd is heavy. Yeah. About as heavy as it gets up in this biot.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go from here. Let's see here, Kanye. Where's DMX? Boom. It was like they heard.
They heard
it. DelTha510 is the Cash App. Everybody that's tuned in, I want to thank y'all for listening and everything. You know, we're just working on a craft, speaking how we think, and moving how we feel.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they will come. Shout out to all my people tuned in. Like, they redid a couple of the old joints.
Is this going to get flagged?
Yo, if we didn't get flagged already. But you know, here's the thing. Them people like that, that's all around. That's a nice ceremony. Right?
That's a whole vibe.
That's a whole vibe.
That's how you supposed to go. But they always said, like his boy said, he always gave shit. Like he was always helping people. That's why he never had like a whole bunch of Rolexes and all that shit like that.
Yeah.
They said he always gave, you know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing though. Fuck it.
No, you're gonna ruin it. Stop the madness.
Because 60 Minutes might have got us for that Toni Morrison.
Damn.
You know? We're doing a reaction video on it. That's what we're doing. We do not own the rights to this music. I mean, that cast just casket, got the whatever. I don't see Kanye. It says choir, but I don't see Kanye.
I'm shocked that would not be that nigga right there.
What, this
Sorry,
one?
that wouldn't be him right there.
I don't think it's him because he don't got the same mannerism jerks. You know what I'm saying? Kanye's like Elaine.
Yeah, then he'd be out there in the front, pray all up on a casket. They probably can't have him out there. They probably can't have him out there. That's probably a
You're
good
going to have
idea.
him up there.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Nah, man, he's real good about his. Shout out Kanye West, man. He look what he put together, man. Or that is him.
Nah.
Yeah, there he is.
That was it?
Yeah, that's Kanye. You can tell by his mannerisms. He making sure he overseeing it all. Conductor.
He's a maestro.
Maestro. DelTha510 is the Cash App.
All right, are we good? Are we gonna come up out of this, or we watch the whole thing? Yeah, let's go back.
All right. Said I'll watch the funeral service later, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What up? Okay. Talk about that
funeral.
Okay, so what is it then? You want to jump out that funeral and go into life? You know?
Are you gonna eat all your cornbread? Are you gonna eat all your cornbread?
You gonna eat all your cornbread.
What's your cornbread?
Do you plant flowers? Do you
Yes.
garden?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, me and my kids were gonna plant some flowers at some relatives' graves here in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Probably when I come back home next time.
I'm talking about like,
Yeah.
you plan on putting some lettuce in your backyard?
No, negative.
No carrots, no
nothing.
sweet potatoes.
Nope, negative. None of that. Go to Kroger's for that.
Go to Kroger's for that.
Kroger's for that.
But we all like to own some land, though, right?
Yep. That's happening. In the middle of working on that now, so working on it.
Yeah. Oh man. So here we go with some news for the Marine people.
Hoorah! Hoorah!
The Marine Corps is experimenting with a concept that could reshape the infantry. They're getting specialized training to operate specific weapons that could change the service experience with a model to create generalists who can use several different systems in combat. 3 infantry battalions are spending 2 years testing new models that could revolutionize the Marine Corps ground combat element. The effort is a part of a 10-year plan to reshape the service as it prepares for possible conflict with near-peer threats, mainly China. We're going to go against war against China?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, power, territory. Basically, yeah, China, yeah, it's a whole, that's a whole vibe.
Money, power, respect.
That's a whole vibe.
Money, power, respect, what you need in life.
And Putin ain't playing either.
You'll see the light. Let's see here. The model that could perhaps lead to the most dramatic changes to the Marine Infantry Battalion is called the Arms Room Concept, which Brigadier General Eric Smash Austin with the service's combat development and integration describes an armory of many different systems. Your Marines would be trained in all of them, and then you would pick the weapons suited for the mission. Okay, so they're just going through training now that's going to allow them to use several different weapons than what they were given, in boot and such. What were the weapons that you were firing in basic?
I had basic. I was a machine gunner, so I was in infantry school.
Shout out to all Marines out there.
So I shot the Mark 19, which fires that 203 round. You saw like in Scarface, the M16. You got that 203 round. Fuck that bitch in there. Well, they had a machine gun, and it
But
yeah, you go boom, 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 boom.
yeah,
Motherfuckers putting smiley faces inside buildings and shit. Fucking a M60, they call that a Maul Deuce. That's a 50 cal.
okay,
And a M240 Golf, they call that the Pig, which is the machine gun after the M60.
okay, a little bit bigger, a little bit more bigger bullets.
It takes 7.62.
Okay, like the AK. So yeah, those standard weapons that you speak of, I guess they're going to be trained in several other aspects. So when the mission comes up, they can adjust properly. So I'm sure they're going to be using like little MP5s and little shotguns and stuff.
Take my personal over there. That's what I take.
Yeah.
I bring that good shit.
Do you think people have you seen people in the Marine, or they just get the fancy stuff, the Kimbers and 6 hours?
You know what? Whatever you want. If you want to bring it, you gotta bring it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's dope. But I think the whole entire war is changing altogether. It's getting real technological now with these drones and.
So part of that training is going to be playing PlayStation. It's Because you got to use how to use that controller to fly to.
No, I'll tell you what, man.
That's the Air Force.
I want to say the ground and pound is about done. Because I mean, it's
People, too many lives being lost, and people fight over that.
It's not even that. It's just so technological now. Like these precision guided bombs and shit like that. Like you know what I mean? Basically, like a cleanup crew.
If you can convince the people that it's less loss of life than the previous war, then they'll buy into it. As long as you make it some patriot fighting for, oil and I don't know, other people's rights.
They're really fighting for oil. I'll tell you what though, because Mr. Biden shut that down immediately, which is crazy. But
what do you mean?
Limited fracking. He's about to do this climate.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like in full